Pastor Hodge, but I'll try to
This
give
is
it
Councilman Diaz.
This is our city councilman that met with us, and he's here today at this meeting.
Hi. Hi,
Good. And so I am Councilmember Mike Diaz, and I represent District 4. Let me start off my page here. I certainly don't feel that our children should be exposed to this type of adult entertainment, especially at this young age. Now, today I'm going to talk mostly about the political side of this, being that I'm an elected official, because I know we have a lot of speakers that'll talk about other parts of this issue. I've received many emails on this issue, and it's clear that the community agrees with me about this event and how it is not age appropriate. And, I cannot think of any other event since I've been in office where we received this many emails asking to cancel or stop an event.
Good. Oh, that's good to hear.
And what makes it even, I think, more frustrating to me and to you and for the community is that your voices really were silenced in this matter. You were never given the opportunity to speak before the Board of Library Trustees,
Yep.
Or the City Council to speak in opposition of this event. It's the Board of Trustees' responsibility to provide feedback on the library activities and plans, and in this controversial event, they were silent. On top of that, the City Council has yet to meet since October 13th. Our next council meeting will be held on October 10th, the evening of this event, just shy of our city's charter requirement to have council meetings. Now, I have spoken with staff on this issue, and I have been assured with regards to the council and the council meetings that the lack of council meetings had nothing to do with this event, and I believe them. Now, I get it. It does smell, and that's why we ask the questions. I asked the question of the city staff. They tell me it had nothing to do with that, and I believe them. But I also asked them to notify my office when any controversial event is planned in this city, so that in the future, every community member can talk and oppose or give or even support an event that comes into this city. Additionally, I've met with a lot of different groups and to explain to them in detail what I have done to either change the date of the event or to give the community time to speak before the city council or to cancel this event entirely. But the sad reality is I do not have the votes to do either one of those things. And so the only time that this council member has power is when I can count to 3. And I did meet with a council member, and the Brown Act in California only allows me to talk to one council member. And that's because we don't want to make backroom deals, right? And so I spoke to a council member, didn't have the support, and it was clear to me that I could not count to 3. And so the only thing left that I could do was to make sure that the public is safe. And so again, I reached out to staff and expressed my concerns, and we went back several times, and they told me that in fact the community would be safe. That's yet to be seen.
Wow.
But let me be clear on this. Oh, I'm sorry. So let me be clear. In spite of all of these things that have gone on and the policies that they've showed me through staff, this performance, I believe, is still not appropriate for our young children. And so I submit to you that I will continue to work with the Christian community and my constituents to allow every community member to have their voices heard. I will continue to use my Christian values as a foundation for decisions that I make here at City Hall. And additionally, I know when Pastor Hodge, I'll get off script here for a second. I know when Pastor Hodge, myself, and some other members got together, and I suggested, you know what we need to do? Is we need to pray. Because we know that with little prayer, you get little help. But with a lot of prayer, we get a lot of help. And so we decided, and I need help. And he is a leader, I think, that can make this happen. And we're going to hopefully start right here in Chula Vista. And the first council meeting of every month, we'll get together with Christians and whoever else wants to join us in praying that God gives our leaders the wisdom and the guidance to enact ordinances and resolutions that are pleasing to our God. The other thing too is that and I'm going to be really honest with everybody. This is not part of my script. Now I'm just going to talk straight from the heart. And I think I let the pastor know this as well. When he said, Mike, how are we going to fix this? Well, I have to be honest with you. The problem is not in those chambers. The problem isn't with council members. The problem is, and I'm not sure, I'm assuming most of us are Christians here, the problem is with you. The problem is when we get in those ballot boxes, we do not vote Christian values. The fact of the matter is, when you look at all of the Christians that are registered to vote, and you see how many of those Christians actually vote, it is a small number. And then on top of that, you pile on the fact that they do not use their Christian values to vote. That creates problems for us. And so don't blame those people because you put them there. What we need to do is start working with our families, with our neighbors, in our churches. And I know Dran Reese is not here, but you know, where is she? Right here. Salt and Light. We need to establish Salt and Light ministries in every church in America.
Salt and Light Council. Right there.
Yes. And then we can change the problems that we have in each one of our city councils, each one of our county elected offices, in each one of our state offices, and in the U.S. government and Congress. And with that, I want to thank you, Pastor Hodges, for inviting me to speak. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America.